Welcome back to Unfiltered Kitchen with Cheyenne and...
¿Qué pasó, mi amigos y amigas?
Oh, gosh.
What's going on, everybody?
And him.
Yeah, that guy.
That guy over there.
That guy's in good food, though, today.
Why?
It's got good stuff. Good stuff. You know, happy to tell everybody about a couple of projects.
Oh, let's get into it.
Well, you got us into it. Let's go. You want to talk about...
No, you got us into it.
You got us into it.
So I had this opportunity come up where basically this company hit me up and was like, hey, I see you like to travel and you travel well. Like you have a lot of fun. You post really good content when you travel. Have you ever thought about hosting trips? And initially I was like, for who? Like who?
Right.
Who?
Right.
I'm confused. And I did a whole call with them and they were basically like, you can host your own trips and people can come on these trips. And we're going to host a trip. Basically, we're going to host a trip. So at first I was running all these different ideas. If you follow me on Snapchat, then you know that I've gone over all different ideas of option A. You can go on a trip with Zach and I. It's like young, wild, and free. We're going to party. We're going to have fun. We're going to relax.
Burn the candle on both ends.
Yes. We're going to go hard.
Yeah.
And then I said option B would be going with...
So wait, let's go back to option A.
Okay. What? Don't be a hater.
No, I'm not going to be a hater. No, I mean, you know, I could probably hang with you guys.
You could. Anybody could hang with us.
I wouldn't, if you're my age, I wouldn't attempt to hang with them, though.
I honestly feel like you could because we have
Actually,
days...
you know what? You're right. If they're a young person like me, they can hang.
You hang with us all the time.
Yeah.
The thing is, we like to have a good time. Number one, we like to eat good. We like to drink good. We like to let loose. We like to just hang out. We also like to go on excursions. We like to do a little ATV or cenote if we're in Mexico or... You know, we like to still see where we're at or go hang out where like the local spots are.
Right.
That's all fun. Do we go a little hard sometimes and then we're not up until...
They go hard and they can't handle it the next day.
No, we can't handle the next day.
Yeah.
We have had those type of trips and we've also had trips where we just relax. Like we genuinely don't do excursions and we just sit by the pool and relax.
That's going to be the kind of trip we do.
No, it's not.
I'm not going hard.
I'm not saying that you have to go hard on our trip, but we're not going to just lay by the pool. I want our trip. Okay, wait, hold on. Let me back up. Let's go back to option B.
Okay. Option A is Chey and Zach.
Yes. Option B is Think Loud crew. So all women.
What about kids?
No.
Okay. Oh, Think Loud is just women?
It's just women. It is an all women's retreat.
Oh, wow. That should be nice.
We're going to focus on empowerment.
You guys need a coordinator for that?
No. Zach already said, so you're going to tell me I can't come? I said, yeah. He goes, well, what if there's other husbands that have FOMO and want to come? I said, well, then maybe you guys can hang out together. Like, leave me alone.
Yeah.
So Think Loud crew is going to be an all women's retreat. I've had a few women hit me up and say, I'm scared to go on a trip with a bunch of other women. This is not that type of trip.
No. Because the women get catty?
I guess so.
No, I mean, that's that's real.
Yeah.
That is real. Not trying to stereotype.
But it's easier to get catty with your group of friends versus a group of strangers.
Yeah, just everybody go and hang out. You know, and if you find there's one or two ladies that you don't like their personality because they're a little bit too in your face and, you know.
Whatever it is.
Then you just find another group to hang with. Yeah. Don't worry about stuff like that.
So the all women's treat, we really want to focus on, number one, having good vibes. And number two, really just empowerment, empowering each other and like words of affirmations towards each other. And we're going to host workshops that are going to do that all for us.
Oh, that would be nice. That's going to be nice.
Yeah. So I'm excited for that one.
Okay, I'm going to tell you about something after we talk about option 3.
Okay. Option 3 is a trip that is hosted by my dad and I, Unfiltered Kitchen. And we're going to take our love of food, of cocktails, and just conversations. And that is what our trip is going to be about. So an example would be, let's say we go to...
I'll give him an example.
Okay.
Like when I went to, I was going to say Barbados, not Barbados.
Morocco?
No. Over in Spain.
Portugal?
No.
Is Portugal
What's my favorite place? No, Portugal's Portugal. It's next to Spain, though.
That was close.
Yeah, you're close. But I always tell you it's my favorite big city. Barcelona. So when we went to Barcelona, we actually did a cooking class.
Yes.
Where we cooked, what is that rice dish that they like there?
Paella.
Paella. Yeah.
Look at me being cultured. Okay.
Yeah. So we went and did a cooking class on paella, which was great. It was beautiful. Everybody made paella. Chicken, vegetarian, beef, sausage. It was great. And then everybody shared everybody's meal.
Yeah.
It was a great time. Lots of wine.
Yes.
Oh, it was great.
So that is a perfect example of what you guys would experience on a trip with us. We're really going to plan the itinerary to be a cultural immersion. Like, I want us to jump into whatever culture we're going to. Right. Food, music, good drinks, and just hanging out with like the locals and hang out with each other. I had a few people hit me up like, is this something that my dad and I could do?
Oh, without
hang out
a doubt.
With you and your dad. I'm like, yes.
Yes. Without a doubt. I mean, I'd love it if it was a bunch of parent-daughter relationships. Or parent-son. It doesn't matter. I mean, I didn't say parent-daughter, but father-son, mother-daughter.
Yeah.
2 parents in your kids. Yeah, that'd be great.
I think it would be a lot of fun.
I think it would. And then we could actually have conversations like we have, but a bigger group.
With other parents.
With other parents where you get a lot of diversity. Because maybe you get some culture diversity. You still get the age gap.
Right.
The gender.
Right.
And then different parenting skills or, philosophies.
Yeah.
To bounce across each other.
Your shirt's coming up.
And my belly is showing? Oh, Maria, edit that out. Oh,
it started to creep.
No. Oh, we didn't start all over. Look,
no, it wasn't like that the whole time.
Sometimes I'll go down in flames, but not like with the belly.
It was just creeping.
Oh, let me tell you something. Our last video, my belly, I was wearing black and my belly just looks so big.
Did you go work out after?
Oh, I'm still working out.
Yeah, I've been working out every day.
Oh, I've missed 2 days, but since like the 3rd, I've been putting in work, and I'm actually going to start a video
of you
tonight.
Of you putting in work?
Man, I did push-ups. I was scared to do that on camera the first time.
Aw.
First time. I hadn't used these muscles in years. I did 3.
No, I did 3.
I did 3. I said, in good form.
I got a gym membership I've actually been using.
Really?
And I got a trainer.
No, okay. That's
good. So I needed like accountability partner.
Yeah, I'll do. Well,
you can come work out with me. My gym membership allows too.
What time do you go?
I go in the morning.
Maybe a couple days a week.
Yeah.
But I get up early. Yeah. I'd have to get up a little earlier, but that's no problem.
I get up early. Okay, back to the trip.
Okay.
So I would love if other parent-kid relationships could come. I think it'd be a really, really, really fun time.
And if not, look, if you just need a substitute Papa Floyd to talk to you for a while, come on by yourself. I'll talk to you.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, what kind of workshop could we hold? If any.
I'd have to think about it, but I'll tell you what, here's the biggest thing that I get from people that I talk to, like DM and stuff like this.
Okay.
Is usually what I'm telling them to do is sit back, dig down for a little bit. What I mean is get out of the party lane, get away from men, get away from women. Okay? Just get into yourself and handle your business for a while. Now, a while may be a year, 2 years, 6 months, whatever it takes to dig in and get things rolling, to where you are creating more income, creating more happiness, not worrying about some of the BS that goes on in the world, So that, I find myself over and over again saying, you already know what the answer is, and a lot of times they do.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of somebody saying to them, but then sometimes I am throwing out options. Like, because I've worked a lot of different jobs. So, my favorite thing to tell people is, in terms of working young, I'm not going to say it takes no skill, but it does take a good personality, and that's waiting tables. Do something in the service industry. I say waiting tables or bartending just because the tips are so good.
Yeah.
I don't know how it is in Instacart or DoorDash or Uber I've heard people making a living in Uber.
I've heard people make a living off Uber. I know with DoorDash and Instacart, those are all tipped. You have to tip on there also. And there's always videos that go viral of people who don't get tipped who leave notes and stuff. There was a video I watched the other day. This lady thought she was not getting a tip because it shows on the app if you are tipping.
Okay.
You can always tip after, but it does show when you're getting the job if there's a tip attached to it or not. So the lady goes up to the door and hands the customer
the groceries or
whatever she bought. And the girl goes, "Here you go. I didn't put the tip on the app because I only had cash."
Okay.
The delivery person goes, "Just keep it." And she goes, "Well, why would I keep it?" And she goes, "Just keep it. I wrote a really nasty note on your bag. I didn't think you were going to tip."
Oh, wow.
And the girl was like, "Take the tip. Like, I don't understand."
Well, and she cussed her out in the note.
In the note, later on in the video, it shows the note. And it was like, "You should really tip your drivers. I just drove like 25 miles. Like, she like went off on the girl. But she didn't know that the girl had cash.
Yeah.
She felt so bad. It was like a Ring recording where you could see her on the ring, and she felt like, damn, I blew it with that one today. Yeah. But I've seen those videos always are like pizza delivery guys. There was a pizza delivery guy who like went off on a guy because he tipped him. But the guy in the video was like, "I gave you a 20% tip." But the man said he should have tipped more because it was snowing outside. What are the rules to tipping? I think I need to know what the rules of tipping are.
So, okay.
And who all gets tipped?
You're right. It is a question now because sometimes you go to a restaurant and pick up your stuff and it still says tip or no tip.
Do you want to leave a tip?
No, I'm not leaving a tip.
I don't want to leave a tip.
So here's the rules on tipping. It used to be 15%. Well, it used to be 10%. And then that kind of got squashed. I'm talking restaurant. Okay. And it went to 15%, but I think now it's at 18%. 18% good service. Mm-hmm. Somebody does really good service, you will want to order your stuff a special way and they go talk to the chef or the manager to get it your special way, or you had a problem and they fix it. 20% is really no problem. 20% I think is gratuitous. Is nice.
It's nice. It's a nice tip.
And particularly, let's say you spend $100, you're going to spend another $20 on tip. And I think that's fair. This is how these people make their money, and they're servicing. They clean the table up for you before you get to go. They clean your mess up afterwards. So don't feel like they didn't earn it. They do earn it.
When I say who all gets a tip, I know a clear tip is like if you go out to eat, you go to a restaurant.
Okay.
Now, when you get your nails done, do you get your nails done? I always
used to,
tip.
back when I was a pen player.
I always tip the people.
Yeah.
I feel like that's one that you have to tip your nail techs.
Yeah. So now that I'm older, I don't know. I always ask my wife, "Do I tip?" And yeah. So what do you tip? Is that a 10% tip or is that?
I always just tip. So that the reason I'm asking you is because Zach and I had this conversation the other day because he takes Rye to get her nails done on Mondays, and then one day I crashed and I tipped my people. I gave the lady who did my hands $5. I gave the man $5, and then Zach said, "I give them $10."
He gives them $10.
Like when I wasn't there that day, when I wasn't there, he said he normally tips them $10 each. So he said, "Am I tipping too much?" And I said, "Well, am I tipping too little?"
Well, how much was the service itself?
Let's say my hands cost like
$60,
$50, $60, and my feet cost like $45. I thought $5 and $5 was good.
$95? Feet in nail.
That's a lot. But it's two different people.
That's a mani-pedi, right?
Yeah, but I get gel. Where like Ryder's little rinky-dinky hands and little fingers about this big.
Right.
I'm like, you're tipping $10 on those little fingers?
All right, so back to who gets tipped. Do you tip your Uber guy?
Yeah, that's on the app.
I thought there's already a tip that's automatically sent his way.
No, I don't think so.
See, I never tipped him because I thought it was automatic. Somebody told me it was automatic.
I have to check then because 9 times out of 10, Zach is calling the Uber, so I'm not sure. I asked Zach, "Do you tip the guy who does your haircuts?"
Oh yeah, you tip him.
And he said no because he said his haircuts are so damn expensive.
Oh well, that's true. Zach his
haircuts are like $250 a haircut.
Yeah, that man's beating him up.
So Zach said that he told his barber, your haircuts are really expensive, so your tip must be built in, right?
Zach's tripping paying that much money for him.
He swears that he has this hair texture that is impossible to cut, whatever. So I know at the hair salon, I now hear when people check out at the front desk, they ask her, they always say, do you want to include a tip? I've seen that happen before. Not at the hair salon I go to now, but a past hair salon that I went to, they would say, do you want to add a tip? And that always made me intimidated because then I feel like when you ask out loud like that,
you're under pressure.
I have to say yes.
Yeah, but that tip could be anything. But I think you should tip your hair person.
So everybody gets a tip nowadays.
Everybody that is doing a service.
So hair, nails, haircut, servers, Uber drivers, Instacart.
Look, and let me tell you, first of all, look, you can tip your trash man.
I didn't know that.
Like I tip my UPS guy.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Am I supposed to do that?
If you see him all the time, and I mean, as many deliveries as you get.
I feel like I always get different people, though.
Okay, well, if you get different people, it's different.
I'm going to start paying attention.
Okay. Now, here's one thing I want you to realize.
How do you tip the trash guy? How do you get up there?
No. Did I say I tipped the trash guy?
Yeah.
Okay, I take that back.
Okay.
I don't tip my trash guy on a regular basis, like, who comes in. But if I do a big pickup,
okay,
like I call the city and say I got a special pickup, big pickup, and they come and I'm there,
you tip them.
And then I tip them.
Okay.
If I'm one of those situations.
I thought you were talking every Tuesday. You're outside when the trash can was there, with your tip.
No, but when I lived on Westview, many years ago, and I'd see the same trash man all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Every once in a while, I'd go out there and I just give them, $20. Now this is before the days of the machine,
This is when they were still doing it.
Get out, pick it up, and dump it.
Got it.
Because I'm sorry, guys, this is 25 years ago.
Yeah, that's different.
10 years ago. Yeah.
I mean, our trash guy over here, we all have issues with. Because if the machine knocks the trash can over, he knocks your trash can over, he'll just keep driving.
Oh.
So in our community, people are always complaining about the trash man.
I'd go make a friend. Hey man, look, sometimes I know this hard. It's $25, man. Keep my stuff straight.
Yeah. There's a video of the postman also, the one who rides in the car, like the little white car.
Okay.
And he'll hit your trash cans. Like if your trash cans are blocking your mailbox,
he'll slide them.
He'll hit them, and half the time they fall over too. I'm like, dang. Yeah. So one day I went on, I talked to him, and he explained that it was he didn't have like AC or in the car, and he's like, it's so hot to get out and to do it, so I gotta keep sliding. And I was like, oh, okay.
He's lazy. I'm gonna tell you the best person to tip.
Okay. The bartender.
Oh, bartenders are always good to tip.
Who were you gonna
bartender, you tip on the first drink.
Oh.
Okay. First of all, you tell them. First of all, anytime you want a good drink, don't sit at a table. Go pull up at the bar.
Okay.
Okay. Talk to the bartender for a minute. Before you even order. Hey, how you doing? Da da da. Nice ring. Oh, hey brother, look like you work out.
Nice ring.
Whatever. This is. I'm at the bar because I want a good drink. Do you make a good drink? Boom, boom, boom.
Okay.
So then, whenever you order that first drink, you let him know you're tipping.
You put your tip down.
Put $5, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Okay. So he sees, man, this is for you. Okay. Now the rest of your drinks should come proper.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's.
So who were you gonna say is the best person to tip?
I kind of flipped back to travel. I was gonna say the best person to tip is when you're traveling, particularly when you travel with kids and a bunch of luggage and all that.
Yeah.
Is the
bellhop?
Sky cap.
Oh.
The sky cap. So when you first pull up, you look for the sky cap.
Yeah.
Because you can do all your stuff right there.
Outside the airport.
If you're already registered, checked in, got your ticket and all that, then he'll take all your luggage. You ain't got to go stand in all those lines. he'll take it all and he'll handle your stuff. And Ed might, $20, but you've avoided 45 minutes in line or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Okay. Pay him. Boom. You're gone. Let's go. Let's go to TSA.
Yeah. There's a few things with traveling that you need cash for, where a lot of us, I feel like, don't carry cash. I mean, I don't carry cash unless I know I'm going on a trip and I need cash to tip people on this trip.
I always bring $100.
The bellhop.
Fives and ones.
Like those. Yeah. Because we've done it before. We were on a trip and we're both patting our pockets like, oh my God, he just brought our bags to our room.
Yeah.
And we don't have any cash. So we ended up cash apping him. But if we go to some places don't have cash app and stuff. Right. So that is one of the things. We're about to go on a trip this week where I already thought about, okay, we need to go pull out some cash to tip.
And I said $100. You don't need cash. 25 in ones and probably another 50 in fives.
I am excited to do this trip though that we've been talking about.
St. Lucia?
No. Our trip. Wherever we go in our trip. Wherever we go, I am excited because I will say that we're not new to traveling. We're experienced travelers. Yeah. So it's fun.
There's one thing. I should probably ask you this before we do this, but I'll just throw it out anyway. Because what we're going to do is we're going to put the link is up.
Yeah, the link is up.
I'm going to get it on my site today. Time you see this, it'll already be up.
Yeah.
Where you guys are helping us decide where
we're going.
We're going to travel.
Yeah.
Now, what if people decide to travel here to California?
That's not an option.
It should be an option.
It is an option, but no one has picked that option so far. So the link has been up.
But I was going to say, maybe we don't do it this time. Maybe we do it next time or something. Uh-huh. If they travel here, because Disneyland is here.
Yeah, so if they came here
we would cook a dinner. We'd do dinner.
You can have a party at your house.
It'd be your house. But
No.
We could do it at my house. We could do it at my house.
Yeah.
But we could actually cook.
Oh, that would be cool.
We could actually do a version of Unfiltered Kitchen where we could sit around, cook,
and conversate
and have some drinks, have some cocktails.
So I looked at the link back portal before we started this, and about maybe 45 of you guys have filled out the survey. And right now the top places that I saw were Belize.
That's a good one. I put that on mine.
Did you really?
I haven't finished my portal. The portal you can pick
anywhere.
There's a bunch of places.
Yeah.
From France to Germany to Hawaii to
Africa
Belize to Mexico to Africa to da.
I saw Madagascar. Belize, Costa Rica is a big one. Dominican Republic.
I put Dominican. Dominican's fun.
I loved it. I had a bunch of fun in Dominican.
We had a trip. It was Teresa's family. It was somebody's birthday. Maybe her daughter's 40th birthday. But it was 15, 20 of her people. It was great. We had a ball. I was, eating, drinking. Anywhere
we go, we're going to have a good time.
Yeah.
Anywhere we go, we're going to have a good time. So I'm not stuck so much on where we're going because I know anywhere I go, I'm having fun.
Right.
I'm going to do me.
Oh, we're going to have a ball. And we're going to find I hope you cook too. I hope you eat. I hope you're a foodie.
Yeah.
If you're a foodie, you're really going to have a good time with us.
Because we like food.
Yeah. And we're having a day where this at the look at that. Come on in. Come say hi. There will be a day where we just kick it by the pool too.
Just drink.
Just drink. And see who gets sloppy. Okay.
He put this Adidas box in between us, and I'm still trying to figure out why.
Do you remember? So this is for you young parents that are trying to make it happen, but sometimes things get tough, things get tight. Mm-hmm. Do you remember me telling you the story about when I was young and I wanted to get some things, but my mom, she was a single parent. She got two boys. We couldn't afford it.
You couldn't get the fancy shoes.
We couldn't afford everything every time.
Yeah.
And I couldn't get the Adidas. We got 4 stripes.
Okay.
So we're like an Adidas knockoff.
How many stripes are on Adidas? Oh,
Adidas
3.
are 3.
Okay. Wait, are these the same Adidas you wanted as a kid?
No. Okay. My mom heard that issue.
She listened on the podcast.
She listened on the podcast. So for Christmas,
she got you Adidas.
Some Adidas. Yes.
Oh, that's really, really nice.
Here's what the lesson is, though. She said, look, Kyle, at the time, I was doing the best we could do.
Yeah.
And I understand. Let's say I am probably 9 or 10, for easy math, let's say I'm 10
Okay.
at that point, where you start to become a little bit fashion conscious, but so I'm 10, which makes her 32, right around your age, right around some of your listeners' age.
Yeah.
That have kids. So I thought it'd be good for you guys to understand the struggle that you're going through, financially. Do what you need to do. If you need to tell your kids no, tell them no. You need to do what you need to do to make your budget work. Now, at the end of the day, because of my mom's restraint back then, my mom is plenty well off now. But it's because of decisions that she made at your age, at your listener's age, at a younger age, that she wasn't too involved. She wasn't too caught up in trying to keep up with the Joneses. Okay. She said that, Kyle, what she did is she invested her money in where we lived. She said, I wanted us to live in the nicest neighborhood that we could. Because the nicest neighborhood, is less crime, it's less negative influence, it's better schools, it's yada, 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 everything that goes along with that. So she said, basically, she spent all her money there, and she didn't have it left over to spend it on, big lavish dinners or fancy clothes or things like that. So she had to stretch and make things work. But I tell you, so I say that so that your listeners, if you're in a pickle, don't worry about trying to keep up with the Joneses. Do what you need to do now. Get your education, keep your kids educated, keep them clean, keep them fed, keep them clothed. Don't worry about keeping up with the Joneses. And if you keep diligent to that and find yourself continuing to work and make more money, at the end of the day, you'll be fine. I don't want you to struggle today and think that you're going to still be struggling later.
Struggle forever.
Yeah, because it's not going to happen. If you keep your nose, I hate to say it like this, but keep your nose to the grindstone. Because now my mom is what? My mom's traveling everywhere and been traveling after she got us out the house. Yeah, life became.
Did you guys travel as kids?
Yeah, we did. That's why I kept traveling. Yeah.
So she put the travel bug in you young.
Yeah. So that's the story about the Adidas.
I really like that she got you Adidas. That's really
yeah.
Full circle.
Full circle. Right.
So talking about traveling young and with kids, Mom presented this idea of going on this trip. Not talking about any trips that we're hosting, but away from that, just family trip for Kyle's 35th birthday. She said we were going to go to Portugal, go to Ghana, and Morocco? Was Morocco on it?
Yeah.
So like a 2.5 week trip doing these places. But she said the dilemma is it might be during the time where the kids are in school. And I said, well, if you give me far enough in advance notice, I'm going to pool brighter and Ace out of school because this won't be until the end of the year. Or no, Ace won't be in school. No, yeah, he will be in school. He'll be in school by then. I would pull the kids out of school, but if you give me far enough notice, I would let the school know and I would build out, some packets or whatever the lesson is so that they're not falling behind in school. But I think the experience of them going to these places holds a greater value than sitting and doing worksheets.
Without a doubt.
Okay.
Oh, without a doubt.
I didn't even have to ask my question.
No. If I had an opportunity, if you were young and you were in school and somebody said, Kyle, I got a job. It's going to take 6 months. You're going to have to uproot your family. I'd love it. It's not about the money. It's about getting my family, my kids particularly, the opportunity to be inducted into a different culture. Yeah. Something other than what we know right here. Okay? Because the whole world is a learning pool. And if all you learn is what you're taught in your household or in your neighborhood, your community, then you're limited in what you know.
Yeah.
So to get out there and for your kids I'd hate for somebody to sit up there and say, no, we can't take a vacation because the kids are in school. Take them out of school. How much you think what are they going to do? Miss out on history class that it's the same history taught? Do you know the same history is taught from grade 1 to second year in college? George Washington chopped down the tree and they had wooden teeth and Abraham Lincoln was the greatest president. We all know this. Missing 2 weeks, a month, 6 months is not going to hurt a thing in terms of the overall education of your child.
So you think that traveling seeing the world, immersing yourself in different cultures, languages, foods, arts, that can be that alone can teach you.
That is so educational because now you're going and you're seeing the way other people live, what they value, and you're going to get a melting pot of people. So now you're dealing with people that don't look like you, that don't talk like you.
Mm-hmm.
And what a little kid will learn, hopefully if they pick up a friend, even if they're somebody's friend for a week, playing sandcastles or playing in the beach or playing at the pool or whatever, they're learning that there are people all around this world that are nice, friendly people.
Yeah.
Not stuck in this mindset that here we are, wherever we live, are the greatest people in the world. Which is just ridiculous that we teach our people that. We're the greatest country in the world. Oh, okay. Yeah. That's just so. It's just tripping how many adults get caught up in that too. Actually, I'm going to go and research this.
Okay.
I was flipping through, I think it was TikTok, some of the viral things. And this one guy came on and he talked about, do you know how the school system got started? And of course, everybody says no. He said, well, I'll tell you who started the school system. He said the school system was started by the Rockefellers, big money Rockefellers.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason they started it is because they wanted to create a bunch of workers.
Is that true?
I don't know. I'm going to research it. But he said that's why they taught you stuff like if you need to use the bathroom, raise your hand.
Raise your hand.
It's always asking permission. It's always
like a sheep.
Like a sheep. So that they're not teaching you to think independently, creatively, entrepreneurially. They're teaching you to obey the rules.
I wonder if that's true.
Follow the rules. There's going to be a leader. You're not the one. You're just there to follow the instructions as opposed to be a creator, your own teacher. Okay, so I don't know if that's true, but I heard and I was like, I would tend to think that it probably is, but before I start to advocate it and say it, because I'm saying it now, just tell me I heard it. I may look into it. Because our school system is just not, it doesn't teach you much.
I feel like if I knew that Corey probably wouldn't try to take my ass to court, and maybe he wouldn't. I don't know.
He might not.
I would love to just sell our house, homeschool the kids, and move to different places, but plan it out well, where maybe you're doing a few months in, wherever it is, and then you go to a few months to another place and just see the world.
I think you could do that.
But I feel like it has to be planned so well.
Well, but I think you could do that. I think where it would start to get important for the kids to get out of the homeschool aspect is maybe when they're in junior high or high school, mm-hmm. because there's a certain amount of social what's the word? Interactive. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, there's a certain amount of time that I think they need to be interactive with other peers, other kids at their age, understanding the problems that they go through, going through, puppy love and breaking up and understand that it's not the end of the world.
But if you pick your kids up and just travel the world, isn't that going to be hard on the kids to just not have like a rooted place? Or maybe you keep your rooted place and you do 6 months here and then you come back to your root and then you do 6 months there. You get what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know if it would be hard. It might be. I don't know. I mean, because relationships would end so fast. Mm-hmm. Well, you have military families that do that. So anybody that's been in the military that has kind of gone through that uprooting all the time, give us an idea. How was it? How was it on you?
Yeah, I feel like that can't be easy.
Or how's it on your children? I don't know. Maybe, kids are adaptive. They can roll.
Kids are way more resilient than we give them power for. But
I mean, look, I went to 3 different elementary schools.
Yeah, but that's because you were bad.
Yeah, but it's the same thing. It's uprooting your friends.
And you still went back to the same house at the end of the day. So that doesn't really count.
No, we were moving too.
3 different times? When you went to those 3 different schools? Or were you just going to 3 different schools because you were a bad boy at one school and they sent you to the next?
No, okay. So when we were in the jungle, that was a move. Then we moved out of the jungle.
But you're still in LA. It's not like you're moving from LA to China.
Yeah. Well, I never had a problem with the moves. I wasn't tripping.
I would be really interested in meeting a family that sold all their shit and said, we're out of here and we're just going to travel. I know I could probably find one on like Instagram or TikTok. I'm going to go down a rabbit hole and try to find one.
Yeah, an expat. They call it expats. Expatriates.
But it's like once you're done, like what do you do? Like once you
settle in somewhere.
You settle somewhere that you probably liked.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's usually not here in the United States.
Yeah, I'm sure.
You know, I mean, it's other places that are the greatest place in the world to live. You know?
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I wonder if people who have not traveled yet, if they hold as much value into traveling as we do. I asked that question. Okay, when Zach and I started dating at one point and we were older, where we could have gone on taking trips, we broke up like right before. I went to Thailand for Kyle's birthday, and I remember him messaging me and saying like, you would break up with me right before you go to Thailand. Yeah. And I didn't get to go on the trip. And it wasn't anything about us, but it was like, I wanted to go to Thailand. And for like, why you break up with me right before you go on this trip? But for Zach, before when we got married, that's when his traveling really started. We did like Hawaii as young people, but like really using that passport, getting a passport, and using the passport. He's new to traveling still, and he has fallen in love with traveling. He has the travel bug. His birthday's coming up. We're going to St. Lucia this week. What originally our friends Ashley and Kenton asked us, our travel group, they said, do you guys want to do a combined birthday trip for Ashley and Zach? Their birthdays are weeks apart. I said, yeah. They said, okay, we want to do a St. Lucia, St. Bart, St. Thomas, do a few days each and hop around the islands. They're all right in the same area. Mm-hmm. Zach was sold. Beach, hopping, the sand. He's all into it. Are you guys going
to hit St. Thomas too?
No. So then what happened was Ashley and Kenton then came back and said, okay, we don't want to do the islands anymore. We want to go to Tokyo and Singapore. Singapore is like the Asian Dubai, like money-wise.
Cleanest city in the world.
Yeah. Just high-tech. Everything fancy. Right. Money, right. I looked at Zach, I said, I could find St. Lucia money. I can't find Singapore money right now. And he said, honestly, I feel like I haven't traveled enough of like things that are within our reach to go all the way there yet.
Yeah.
And I didn't know if I liked his answer. Not in a negative way, but it was almost like I wanted him to understand that just because you haven't seen all the waters or seen all the beaches yet doesn't mean that you can't have a need or an urge or a want to travel to like another city.
Yeah.
And he told me that I was kind of taking his answer the wrong way.
Yeah. I kind of like his answer myself.
You do?
Yeah. Because there's so much to see locally.
Yeah.
You don't have to go. I mean, there's still things I haven't seen here in the United States.
Right.
That I'd like to go see. That I would enjoy. Just like I tell you, when you went to Hampton, and I went down to Virginia Beach.
Mm-hmm.
I thought their boardwalk was beautiful.
It was.
I thought the way they had set up amphitheaters like every 2 miles or something like that.
Yeah.
Plenty of places to stop, pull up, eat good, drink, music out there.
Yeah.
Come on, that's some of the stuff I'd go to the Bahamas to see.
Mm-hmm.
But it's right here. So, and I'm not a big city person like.
And I don't think Zach is either.
I would go to Singapore, but only because it's Singapore.
Right.
I'm not going there. I'm really not going. I don't think Singapore. The big cities I don't like. I mean, the only big city that let me rephrase this. Let me say something right. I've been to some big cities. I've been to Paris. I've been to France, Amsterdam, Hong Kong.
Have you done Dubai?
I haven't done Dubai.
I want you. We need to go to Dubai. That was one of the best trips I've had.
Okay.
But I get Zach's answer, but at the same time, I was like, I don't want you to have that mindset. But he kept on trying to make me see it a different way. But he's like, there's so much here that I still need to see.
There's still a lot.
And he's like, when I think of vacation, I think of tropical. I think of beaches. I think of pools. I want to wear my swim trunks. Like, I don't want to have to put on jeans and a t-shirt.
That's right. Like, like to me, New York is a terrible vacation trip. Personally, there's no water to swim in New York. There isn't. There's no beach. I mean, you know, I've never been to the beach in New York. You know, it's all big city. It's Times Square. You know, it's all that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Zach, I want to, you know, toes in the sand and a cocktail in my hand.
Yes, that's the vibe that he said he wanted.
Yeah, and that's I'm gonna tell you, there's parts of Miami I haven't dealt with, the Keys, Key West. I haven't dealt with all that. Sandestin, I heard it's really beautiful. I think I might be saying it wrong. Destin.
I know what you're talking about, but with the S?
I always said Sandestin, but I think it's just Destin. Somebody's gonna correct me.
Okay.
But it's white sands. I've seen pictures. I know it's there. Okay. And then you got the Bahamas that are right there.
Yeah.
You know, beautiful, warm water, clear blue. It's nice as Hawaii, but easier.
Yeah.
Not as expensive. Like Hawaii's expensive.
Hawaii is expensive.
Okay, I don't care which island you're on.
I'm excited to see where you guys want to go. I'm excited to see where you guys want to go. I'm excited to see what you guys want to do when we get there. Hey, I'm just all around excited for, number one, an opportunity to travel and to do it with other people that want to travel also. Hi, Ace.
Yeah.
We're almost...
Oh. Ooh. I don't know. Is that a kiss or is that a... Oh, it's turned into a spit fest now.
Don't spit, okay? Okay, so what I was saying is I am really excited to see where you guys want to go, what you guys want to do on this trip, the time of the year you want to go on this trip. We're planning this for 6 months to 9 months away from now so that it gives everybody enough time to save, to budget.
Man, I'm going to tell you, I could do Belize in 3 months.
Okay, well, not everybody can, Dad.
I can do Belize in March.
Not
April.
everybody can.
Spring break.
It will show you
Easter break.
It will show you on the survey of when you guys can go. We are going to pick the time of the year that we get the most people. That's number one. Number two, there are limited spots, okay? The minimum is 8. The maximum is between 20 to 24. So when we do drop that final link of it's time to book to hold your spot, you don't have to pay the full deposit. We have to put something on it. It's all going through a legit travel site. None of it that we're touching. Hold your spot. Get your spot because once it's gone, it's gone. And 8 to 20 places is not a lot.
That's not.
Because you got to think about it. We're already going to take about 5.
Yeah.
Zach coming on our trip.
Yeah.
Kyle's coming on our trip. Teresa's coming on our trip. We can fill a trip up with just us. So make sure that you get your spot when we drop that final link. By the time this airs this week, you guys are already going to know about the trip. You're already going to see it. But now listening to this, it gives you a better idea of what is happening, what we're trying to do, and what we're going to make happen.
And if there's any questions, once you see this,
yes,
you could ask us and then we can get back to the folks and ask them.
Yeah, we can go live on Thursday on Instagram. We could do a live and answer any questions that you guys have because this will air on Wednesday. If not, if it airs on Thursday, then we'll go live on Friday. But once this is up for a little bit, it gives you guys enough time to understand what's happening. Send all the questions and we can get on live and answer any questions that you have.
Okay. All right.
But the survey is really going to help us figure out time of the year, the place, what you guys want to do, and your budget.
And what this company does is they help find deals too. So
room blocks. They help us figure out the room block situation.
So everything gets discounted. It'll be affordable.
Yeah, the trip is definitely going to be an affordable trip. And we're going to plan it in months in advance like we're doing. We're already starting now. But by the time we take this trip, it will give you guys time to, let's say you need to pay $300 a month on it. Like there's different prices.
That's a lot, man.
$300 a month?
That's a big trip.
Not for 9 months, but I'm saying if you need to break it down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you need to break it down, there are payment plans. I looked at the website. I filled it out as if I was going on somebody else's trip just to see how the payment structure was. And there were a bunch of different payment structures that were given. And also if I wanted to finance the trip through like a firm, you see those little things you buy, they had those options. And because it's so close in advance, there wasn't any interest that was put onto it. So I'm saying all that to say that don't shy away from clicking the link thinking, oh, I can't afford this, because you just don't know.
Yeah.
You just don't know. Or I don't want to go there. You don't know where we're going. We need your help to plan where we're going.
Right.
So take advantage of this link. Click the link. Any questions, send us the questions.
So you said you looked at some of the possible places, and people were saying like
I
Belize,
did.
Costa Rica, da da da. I'd love to do those places, and then you know what? If I ideally, let's say we did a trip and we did Belize.
Okay.
Okay. Let's say we met 10 families that also jumped in,
Okay.
and we all traveled well.
Okay. We do it again.
We do it again.
We run it back.
Except now that you know you travel well.
Yeah.
Because when you travel well, I'm telling you, you find some people that you travel well with. It makes it more fun.
It does.
You know, when you guys are all going out to dinner and da da da.
The vibe is. Oh, and with this, we're gonna have a welcome dinner. We're gonna have a farewell dinner.
Okay.
The hotels.
We will host.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're hosting the whole thing.
Oh really? Oh.
Oh gosh. Yes. Any excursions we're going on as well, and it also comes with a local tour guide. So
does the trip does it include some excursions, some things?
it includes all the excursions.
Those are things we're putting in the package.
Those are all things that we're going to build.
So what we're
our
doing
package.
first is looking for time, date, kind
Yes.
of ballpark budgets.
Yes.
And then we can kind
And
of
then
build
we're going to
it.
build it with all those things in mind.
Got it.
If everyone says their budget is $3,000, we're not going to pick an excursion that costs $1,000 a person. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're going to build our budget and our package around what you guys can do.
Right. Okay. All right.
All right. Send us any questions if you have any questions. And as always, don't forget to follow us on Unfiltered Kitchen.
And
Like,
subscribe, and
Comment.
leave your comments.
yes.
And what I always like is when you go into the God dog. I'm such a fat boy. Watch though. I'm starting the video tonight. It might be funny. I don't know if it's gonna be funny. It's gonna probably be more sad
What?
watching me try to do some of that. You know.
Okay. Finish. I got to go.
Okay. All right. Like, subscribe. What I really like is when you leave the comments, and if you can go into the podcast and leave a review.
Yes.
Okay, that helps our numbers, and our numbers need help.
All right. Bye, guys.